Welcome back, Matrix, and we're in it now for the last 6 minutes of this lesson. We know that exams are very much on your mind, so we thought we'd use this time to look at how the novel can be examined.
Remember, you have to answer 2 questions on 2 of the following genres: novel, drama, poetry, short stories.
Okay, so we're going to talk about drama, poetry and short stories in other episodes of Matrix Uploaded. But let's focus on the novel for now. Remember that you do not have to write a literary essay. You get a choice between a contextual question and an essay. However, we thought we would take you through the requirements of the literature essay in this segment because it's actually not as scary as many of you seem to think.
Before we get there though, let's talk about the contextual question briefly. You will have done lots of contextual questions before. We are definitely sure of that.
We're very sure of that.
In grade 10, 11, whatever grades. Then there is an extract that will be given or that you must read. Then there are a set of questions. These can include a question about where or when in the novel the extract comes from, questions that you can find the answers to in the extract, questions about the characters in the novel, questions about the themes in the novel.
All right, now each question will require a short answer. Use your mark allocation as a guide. Okay, if it's for 2 marks, don't write 5 pages. Stick to your mark allocation. You're usually expected to give 1 fact, 1 mark. The total for the question, for the contextual question, will be 35 marks. Of course, it's possible you could be given more than 1 extract on the same novel, but just answer the questions that you're given using all the knowledge that you have gained from studying the novel.
There will also be an essay question that you might want to answer. Remember, it also carries 35 marks. Remember though, you only have to answer 1 question, the contextual question or the essay question on the novel.
Right, let's take a look at how to write a literature essay. Knowing this will give you more options in the exam. And this is always a good thing, isn't it, Pule?
Certainly it is.
Right, so what exactly is a literature essay?
A literature essay is an answer to a question that asks you to respond to a statement or question by writing in paragraphs. Remember, you have to use 250 to 300 words. Don't exceed that number. You have to refer to the text, making personal comments and observations about plot, theme, character and structure.
In other words, all the things we've been talking about today. It's important that you don't just retell the story. All right? The examiners know the story. That's why they're the examiners. They don't want to hear it again. What they want you to show them is how well you can think about the question they've asked you and then talk about the characters and themes, just using the story or plot to show how it all works together.
This is how we have looked at each of the novels in these episodes. Let's look at a question about the Lord of the Flies. Discuss the relationship between Ralph and Piggy in the novel. In your essay, include the following points.
Impressions of their first meeting.
The way Ralph defends Piggy and stands up for him.
And then finally, Piggy's loyalty and support for Ralph.
Once again, you are given the guidance you need to answer the essay. So, how do you go about writing a literature essay?
Well, basically, you've got to use the skills you already have for writing argumentative and discursive essays in your writing paper. All you need to do here is follow the same steps, using relevant quotes and evidence from the novel to support your ideas. Here are some steps.
First of all, make sure that you understand the question.
Then, prepare a detailed plan for your answer. Never, ever underestimate this step. Remember, you need to have, your essay must have an introduction, a body, and a conclusion. You have to develop a logical and convincing argument.
You saw in the examples we looked at earlier that you needed to express an opinion and then support your ideas. Now you can start writing.
You must use formal language. Wherever possible, add in quotes that are relevant to the point you are making. Your teacher will not be impressed if you remember 100 quotes. That just shows you have a good memory. Your teacher wants to see that you can use a quote that supports a point you are making.
Once again, do not tell their story.
Of course, you need to practice writing literature essays. It's not a skill that you will develop overnight. But we encourage you to do so because you then increase your opportunities for doing well. We're going to touch on the literature essay again when we talk about the other genres, so you haven't heard the last of us on this topic. However, you have heard the last of us for today. Enjoy. Happy reading, guys.